What's going on, y'all? Out here rolling. Out here running this flatbed, man. Still got the trailer, the reefer parked in Houston. Still holding down 2 parking spots. I was gonna take it to Oklahoma and park it for free, but I'm not ready to do that. I like the idea of it being close by. Yeah, things are good. Flatbed's working out. It's a lot different. It's a lot different than drive-in or reefer. You know, the pickups and the deliveries. Like, you know, what I kept on hearing before I started was that you won't be waiting a lot. Like, you know how it is at waiting to get loaded at a cold storage, or waiting to get unloaded at a, you know, at an Aldi's or a main grocery distribution warehouse. Flatbed is totally different from so far for me. Totally different. You know, it seems like you pull up and either you get loaded or unloaded immediately, pretty much. Like the pipe places in Houston and you know, actually that Home Depot DC that I delivered to was kind of a little wait, but it wasn't really nothing compared to you know, running reefer, getting unloaded at a cold storage warehouse. So it wasn't too bad for me. But I hear that the pipe places, I hear that they can be nightmares sometimes. But yeah, I'm gonna share with y'all some footage from my last couple of loads that I've been running. You know, the main difference about flatbed is that I've noticed is that the trailer doesn't have any walls, so you got to tie everything down to make sure it don't fall off the trailer. That's a lot of work. It can be. I was watching some guys that were in front of me, and I was watching them do it, some older guys, man, and I was like, man, I was watching them, and he just made it look so easy. Like he had a system down. He was methodical with it. He was pulling stuff out of his boxes, storage. You know, he was organized, man. And I'm not at that point yet, but that's what I aim to be. I aim to get better at this and more efficient. You know, and safe. But yeah. It's a lot more. It's a lot more work, especially starting off doing this in the summertime. You know, and it's a whole lot more dirtier. But I like the idea of being in charge of. Well, if I'm going to be held up somewhere for 2 or 3 hours, I'd rather for it be because of me, you know, taking my time and strapping or unstrapping or whatever, rather than, you know, being at the mercy of some lumber service or some, you know, warehouse crew that's unloading my trailer or something like that. But it hasn't been that bad. You know, it's a little bit more work, but I'm up to it. I'm up to the challenge. And the money has been a lot better. The rates in Texas, close to where I live, are great. Flatbed rates are a lot better than reefer and drive-in rates in this area. you know, whenever I was running reefer and drive-in, I had to, you know, I pretty much got killed coming to Houston, coming to Texas, or leaving Texas, or pretty much anywhere in the Southeast. If I wanted to make if I wanted to make better money, I pretty much had to stay up in the Northeast, and that's what I did. I stayed up in the Northeast, pretty much. That was my lane. Even New York City. But with flatbed, Texas is a good place to be. And you know, I've been sharing with y'all what the loads have been paying, where they've been picking up and where they've been delivering. So, you know, just trying to. And also another big thing, I don't know if I told y'all this or mentioned it beforehand, but whenever I changed my authority to mostly flatbed with my insurance, and I did it mid-policy too, just because I got a great insurance company, man. I got a great agent too. It dropped my insurance bill by $500 a month. Whenever I found that out, that was really probably one of the main reasons why I started thinking more and more about going flatbed. I started looking at these flatbed trailers, and I was thinking, man, if I can get one for a pretty decent price and put a little work into it and start running it, you know, it pretty much paid for itself just on the amount I would be saving on paying for insurance. So, you know, yeah, my insurance bill was $1,600 a month when I was mostly reefer. I changed it to mostly flatbed, and now I'm only paying $1,100. But I can still run reefer. You know, and that's the truth. That's the way it worked. That's the way it is. That's what happened. So whenever I had found that out, I really started looking at these flatbeds on Facebook Marketplace. And y'all know, if y'all been watching my videos, that's where I bought my reefer from. I found it on Facebook Marketplace, and I bought it, and I ran it. Still running, still good. Dropped down to -0. One of the last loads I pulled before I parked it and started focusing on this flatbed was a -15 ice cream load. But yeah, I found it on Facebook Marketplace. Found this flatbed on Facebook Marketplace. So, you know, I got the flatbed and I took off about maybe a month and a half just working on it and chilling at the house, spending time with my family. And now I'm pretty much in the flatbed. You know, I've only been looking for flatbed loads. I mean, I've been keeping up with the reefer and drive-in too, but as whenever I'm like seriously trying to book something, you know, I'm only looking at flatbed. But it's been good. Tomorrow is Friday. I left out Monday morning, and tomorrow, Friday morning, with this load that I'm delivering right now in Seguin, Texas, this farm equipment, I've already grossed $5,600. And I haven't, I mean, I think I've only, I filled up once, and then I filled up a halfway point again. When I got down to half, I filled up again. I haven't been using a lot of fuel. I mean, I basically went from Houston to basically, I basically went from Houston to Dallas area, from Dallas up to, you know, just south of Amarillo, then from Amarillo over past Springfield, Missouri, and then I came back down to Oklahoma, and now I'm going back down to Seguin, San Antonio area. And Friday morning, whenever I deliver this, that'll be 5,600 gross. And of course, I'm gonna be looking to book something after that. Uh, you know, because I'm not really intending on going back to the house, Houston, after I deliver this load. You know, I'm open to taking another load that'll carry me through the weekend. You know, back up north or maybe anywhere. But catching a quick load to the house or deadheading back to the house is an option. You know, whenever I was running northeast, never had that option right there. So that's how the flatbed thing's been working out for me. That's part of the reasons why, you know, those are some of the reasons why I wanted to give it a try flatbed out, and it's been panning out. You know, God's been helping me. He helps me every day. And yeah, I'm going to share with y'all that footage. I hope that y'all enjoy it. Here I'm at another off-road pickup, fixing to get these mats right here. Yeah, when they sent me the address to this location, they didn't send me an address, they just sent me coordinates. And I was unsure if I was heading to the right place, but apparently this is it. I'm here. This load is picking up in Hockley, Texas, which is right outside of Houston, going to Venus, Texas, just south of the DFW Metroplex. Same day delivery, paying $800. After I deliver this load, I gotta go pick up a load that's in Cleburne, Texas, another load of mats that's going to Turkey, Texas. That's paying $1,200, delivering tomorrow. So if everything goes good, I should be delivering tomorrow morning with 2,000 in the you know, 2,000 for gross and 2,000. I hope everything goes good. Hope I can find a good load, a decent load coming out of Turkey. Turkey's kind of up there by Childress, Texas. But we'll see how it goes. Here we are, getting unloaded this load of crane mats, and gonna head down the road about 50 miles down the road. Well, no, less than that. Get another load of crane mats that's going towards Childress, 1,200, delivering tomorrow. So everything's looking good. Plans looking good. Got high hopes for that. It'll everything will pan out. Be $2,000 in one day, with, you know, Houston basically to Childress, however many miles that is, with a stop in Venus in between. And here we are, pulling up on location, fixing to drop these mats. It's not even 9:30, so gonna drop these mats and then go pick up a load in Duke, Oklahoma, and take that to Lynn Creek, Missouri. That load is paying $1,250. Got to go get loaded as soon as I drop these mats, deliver that load tomorrow. So the load I completed yesterday and this load I'm dropping off this morning, like I said, it's not even 9:30. That was that gross. We grossed 2,000 with that, and we're not even north of Amarillo. So I think that's pretty good. And try to get better, but yeah, let y'all know. And this is what I was afraid of, coming down something like this and getting stuck. So at first he said they were going to unload me before the fence, and then he said, well, he said, I'm gonna push you with the loader. But the way that I hit it, I was able to make it through. So yeah, but this is the delivery location. Sure is a lot different running flatbed than running regular reefer or dry van. I mean, got unloaded. We heading out. That was an off-road adventure right there in the semi truck. So I got here at 9:30. It's a little bit past 11:30 right now. We showed up at the coordinates that they gave us. Then we ended up having to go to a different location that was probably about maybe about 3 miles down the road, and then about another 3 miles down the dirt road. So everything's looking good though. Looking good right now. We're fixing to go to Duke, Oklahoma, pick up this load of sheetrock. They say that they got a tarping service over here at this location. I don't have to tarp the load. Like I said, this load's paying $12.50 delivering, going to Missouri, delivering tomorrow. See what we can get out of Missouri. Now we're at American Gypsum in Duke, Oklahoma. Waiting on the door. I'm next up. See how this goes. They're gonna tarp the load for me. Strap it hand tight and tarp the load. What's up, y'all? We just now finished that delivery. We're over here in Lynn Creek, Missouri. We picked that load up in Duke, Oklahoma. That load paid $12.50. And I just now booked my first load with Prime. Fixing to go pick up a load of wood, no tarp, going to Valiant, Oklahoma. I'm gonna pick this load up in Ash Grove, Missouri. Take that to Valiant, Oklahoma for $1,000. Delivers first thing in the morning. We got loaded on the Prime load. Got a bunch of bundles of cardboard going to Valiant. But I'm over here at the new TA in Mount Vernon, and my buddy was telling me about the owner of this place. He's out here always pumping fuel and washing guys' windows and everything like that. He owns both these TAs. I was like, man, he was telling me about it. So, I mean, and sure enough, I pulled up out here and here he is washing windows. Matter of fact, look. Y'all see him over there? That's him washing windows, man. That's the owner of the TA right there. Him and his son. But that's a real classy. That's a real classy dude right there, man. He came up to me and said, he shook my hand and said, "Man, I really appreciate your business. I thank you for coming by." And I was like, you know, you're welcome. And I was thinking to myself, man, my homeboy wasn't exaggerating, man. That dude right there, that's a classy dude, man, in my book. And he just came up and said it with the most sincere, you know, tone in his voice. So, yeah. Yeah, it's time for me to take take a shower, man. I ain't bathed since I left the house on Sunday. And you know, I've been out here getting dusty, man, getting dirty over here. You know, but you know, that's just the way it is sometimes, man. Especially for me, the way I, you know, I'll tough it out. You know, I mean, I'll tough it out. But I mean, I'm a clean guy, man. I like staying clean, but you know, I tough it out lots of times. Even whenever I was running reefer. I guess I'm really toughing it out by not taking a shower every day doing flatbed, but you know. Here we are. First thing this morning, getting unloaded. Trying to get these bales up off of me. I already booked my next load. Just picking up over here in Arkansas, not too far away in Arkansas. I'm right here in the corner of where Arkansas, Texas, and Oklahoma come together at this paper mill. But I just now booked a load that's going to San Antonio for $13.50. That's picking up in Arkansas right there at the border. Got to pick up at an auction, and I think it's gonna be a pretty light load. It's like 4 pieces of equipment going to a tractor dealer in Seguin, Texas. Delivers tomorrow. So like $13.50. So I booked it. I tried to book a load going back up to KC for $1,500, but they said they had already got it booked. We're over here at the auction place. We got unloaded this morning with the bales of cardboard, and we drove 19 miles down the road over here to actually this is not in Arkansas, this is in Oklahoma. It was closer. You know, I was confused. We drove 19 mile deadhead to where we're at this auction. We're fixing to pick this load up, 4 pieces of equipment, and take that to Seguin for $13.50. Delivers tomorrow. Huh? Okay. I remember that. It's a ripper right there. Looks at a 3-point hitch on the tractor. Hit that with that ripper. After the, you know, after they get through chopping all the plants. You know, hit it with that. You know, after the season's over with, they'll like this corn. They'll cut all the plants. They'll shred all the plants, and then come through and hit it with this, and then hit it with the plow one direction, hit it with the plow another direction, and then come back and lay rows, and then hip it up, and then maybe, you know, lay hip it again, keep the rows, not build the rows nice, build them up nice, and you know, then fertilize, then plant, spray, you know, water, poly pipe, all that.
Many secrets hidden in the hearts of many will stepped into the shadows.
Channel 148, Sirius XM, classic radio. It's everything that was on the radio before the TV was invented. It's pretty good. It's got some good stuff on there. Check this load out. We got everything secured. Here it goes. Got the ripper. Got 2 rippers, a tank, and a baler. All this stuff right here I used to put hands on back whenever I was doing time. All this stuff right here, work on it, you know, grease it, man, change the nets out, change the water, mix chemicals, you know, spraying, working on the high boy, defoliate cotton, spraying Roundup, man, fertilizing, everything, man, planting corn, cotton, milo, doing poly pipe. Man, I've, you know, welding on this stuff, man. I put hands on all this stuff right here. All this stuff out here. When he said Wiley rig, I knew exactly, that's not a Wiley rig, that's just a tank. He said Wiley rig, I thought, I'm pretty sure he was talking about, that's the closest thing I know to a Wiley rig over there, the spray rig to hook on the 3-point tractor, do some spraying on a regular tractor if it's got some, well, that one's got its own tank. But some of these tractors, they got tanks on each side too. But, go back. But yeah, there it is. Just get this show on the road, man. This ain't no drive-in. Ain't no box. Ooh. That, I know in my heart of hearts that was an easy unstrap, easy unsecured thing, routine. And it's early in the morning, ain't even 8 o'clock yet. And that I broke a sweat on that down here in San Antonio. But fixing to get unloaded, and either we're going to catch a quick load to Houston or deadhead back to Houston. So I guess you the man they send these tractors to after they get them off the auction. They bring them to you and doctor them up before they put them on the showroom floor. Nothing but yeah, I used to work on the tractor too, man, back when I was in prison. Worked on these damn things, man. Pivot units, pivot motors and all that. Doing poly pipe, you know, irrigation by hand, pipe, yeah. Digging ditches, you know, shoveling mud. Yeah. What's up, y'all? So we're not heading back to we're not heading back to Houston. Well, we drove about 80 miles towards Houston from our last delivery, but we're gonna pick up a load of crane mats real quick that deliver on the other side of Houston. on the east side of Houston tomorrow morning. So it's paying $600 for that crane mats. $600. It delivers tomorrow morning. I'm gonna pick that up and sit on it overnight. I'm gonna go park and go to the house, and then tomorrow morning I'll be able to have my son ride with me to make the delivery. So I think that's a pretty good deal. You know, a lot better than just deadheading back. So I get to pick this load up, make some money off of it, get to the house early in time for us to catch the ceremony for my son's baseball celebration. They went undefeated this year in their coach pitch. You know, he's playing coach pitch right now. But yeah, they're gonna get some rings, so I'll get to make that. So everything's good, man. That's gonna put us at 6,000. We started this thing on Monday morning, and this delivery is gonna be on Saturday morning, so that's gonna be 6,000. You know, yep, that's what it is. So we got loaded on them crane mats pretty quick pickup. I didn't have to do any kind of off-roading to get loaded. I just parked on the side of the highway and they loaded me from there. They had cones and everything, and so I got loaded quick. You know, my second time doing crane mats, and it went a lot easier than the first time. The strapping and everything. But yeah, so it's working out good. Instead of deadheading back to Houston,
in a quarter mile, turn right to stay on farm to Market Road 102 South.
I was in Seguin getting unloaded, and then I drove about. I had to pick up this load. I drove about 80 miles towards Houston, picked the load up, and now this load delivers about 40 miles northeast.
Take the next right to stay on farm to Market Road 102 South.
So it's not that bad. It's working out. Gives me opportunity to take my son with me to complete a load, let him
continue on farm to Market Road 102 South for 7 miles.
And yeah, it's kind of a different dynamic running this flatbed in my area, because, you know, it's not really the best load, but it works out real good for the situation. You know, I can get back to the house, you know, opportunity to take my son with me, let him experience what this is all about, instead of just deadheading home. You know, in the Northeast, I didn't ever have that option. Running reefer and dry van, I had to stay in the Northeast to make money, and that wasn't never an option. So seems to be working out. Got to check up on my reefer. I'm really proud of it. I came over here and cranked it up, and it started right up. It's cooling down. Yeah. What's up, y'all? We finished our delivery this Saturday morning, and everything went good. Just dropped the mats real quick and made it back to Houston. Now I'm back at the house, and I booked my next load. Load from Houston to Dallas, paying $900. Delivers, picks up at 6, delivers at noon, and it's crane parts. So right now I'm watching video on how they secure these crane counterweights. But the load is 40,000 pounds. It's a crane counterweight in a section of the crane. So getting ready for that. But yeah, it's been a good week.